We are going to compare two of the big boys. We're going to compare the Colorsoft Signature Edition with the plain old vanilla Kindle, just regular old Signature Edition Paperwhite. So, y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by, y'all. I'm excited because today we are going to get into a battle of some Kindles. We are going to compare two of the big boys. We're going to compare the Colorsoft Signature Edition with the plain old vanilla Kindle, just regular old Signature Edition Paperwhite. So here's what I want to do. A lot of what we talk about isn't going to be like you have to see it to compare it, but I have another camera set up just in case I want to show you some stuff. I have notes to keep me on track because I want this video to be one that people really refer to, because I get a lot of questions about whether or not the Colorsoft is really worth the additional price. So here's what I want to do. I want to go through some key differences between the Colorsoft Signature Edition and the regular old black and white Signature Edition. So you can take that data, sort of put it together, chomp it up, and then decide which one's best for you. But the first thing that I want to do is I want to just do a very, very quick side-by-side comparison of two Signature Edition Colorsofts, because y'all may recall we talked about this. Somebody told me I just turned the page. I know. It's because I have the double tap on. Even though it's a pain in the butt, I still like it, so I keep it on. But somebody told me, and I still can't remember who it was, because I wrote their name on a napkin, but then I spilled coffee on my desk and used the napkin to clean it up. So if you're the one that told me this, please claim it in the chat. Somebody told me that, so we talked about the plain old Colorsoft Kindle, not the Signature Edition, but like the plain old Paperwhite, the one that doesn't have like the tap to turn the pages and the wireless charging and all that, but how it had the better color and the faster processor. And somebody told me that after July, if you ordered the Signature Edition Paperwhite, they were using that new technology on the Signature Edition as well. And I was like, I want that. But I had just bought the new Signature Edition Paperwhite in like June or something. So I returned mine and I got a new Signature Edition Colorsoft. So y'all, what I have is, this is the one that supposedly has, I just turned my page again. I know. That's why people hate that, but I like it, even though it's complete. I think I like it because it's so janky. Anyway, what I have here is the one, I believe this is the one that they send out now. Now, I heard somebody talk on another video about how there's something like there's words on the back or something of the new one. I don't believe that's true because mine doesn't have words on it. But anyway, I have the new Signature Edition Paperwhite Colorsoft, and I have not the one that I got back in June, but the old one. So this is the one, remember back when we very first got them and it had the yellow bar across the bottom? Well, I had that dreaded yellow bar. So I sent it back and got a new one then. So this is from, I believe it was Christmas, like around mid-December of 04. Dear Jesus, I'm old. Mid-December of 2024, I think we got these. But so this is from when they first came out. So let's just compare them side by side. And I have, hang on, let me move y'all down here so I can talk to you. All right, I'm gonna put y'all down here on the floor so I can talk to you, even though I'm probably gonna do a full shot of the devices. I still wanna be able to talk to my friends. So anyway, this one, so anytime in this video that you see the Colorsofts, the one in the case is going to be the newer one. I put the case on that so that we would, I mean, because I have a case on them anyway, but just so that we would know the difference. So the one in the case is the one that I got after July. So I feel like I can definitely tell a difference. Like the colors in this one, I feel are brighter. I keep looking at my phone that I use as my viewfinder so I can see what y'all are looking at. But yeah, I feel like the colors in the newer one are brighter. And you know what? Now the pages aren't going to want to flip. Let's flip some pages and get, oh yeah, look at this. And again, they're set exactly alike. Look, so they're even almost the same amount of charged. You know what, I should have charged them up and let them run down, but I didn't. Anyway, so they're 18 brightness, the warmth is off. They're both on standard color, neither one of them is on vivid color. And obviously they're on the white page, not the black page, which we'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, so look at how much cooler, and oops, now it's turning. How much cooler and brighter the newer one is, the one that supposedly has the newer technology. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, so whilst we're on the floor, I guess I don't need to turn the pages on that one because we're going to be looking at the new one. So when you order a Colorsoft Signature Edition Paperwhite, this is the one that you get. So let's compare that one to the black and white Signature Edition. And this one I have a case on just because I always have cases on them. All right, so I believe they are set the same. Let's look. Oh, I have to turn it on. I have to wake her up. Oh no, this one's, I thought I'd set that. Oh, it's on auto brightness. I have to turn off my auto brightness because it's going to adjust itself. Okay, so just so you can, I mean, obviously one is black and white and one is color, but so you can see the color one to, and the, I need to stop touching things, but the color one and the black and white. So I'm not going to get into specs, and anytime y'all hear me start to get into specs, just tell me to quit it out. But the color screen, of course, is the new Kaleido e-ink display. The black and white is black and white. It's 30 ppi. It's the standard, what we expect from Kindles. Now, the color display, the Colorsoft, and we'll get into reading experience. I have a whole thing for that, but Colorsoft, of course, great for manga, comics, cookbooks, textbooks, all kind of those things. But let's compare the text reading experience. If you only read like novels or black and white text, you can see the Colorsoft, and we talked about this in another video. Now that the Signature Edition has the same technology that the 16 gig one that we looked at before has, it's much brighter, much bluer, much colder, but I feel like we can y'all see it here? When you're just reading black and white, or just like when you're just reading text, the screen on the Paperwhite that doesn't have that like color Kaleido stuff in between you and the words, it's just very, very crisp. So I feel like this is a crisper reading experience when you're reading just text. This is, did I say this is the 300 ppi? Now the Colorsoft, I don't know how well y'all can see this. The Colorsoft also has 300 ppi, but I feel like it's just not quite as crisp because of that extra bit of stuff between you. And of course, I'm just gonna say this one more time and I'm not gonna say it again, but this screen is just so cold, like so cool, that it's just so much bluer of a screen, which I really like that, honestly. But, you can see my warmth is off on both of them. So the Paperwhite, I feel like, is just a sharper image when you're just reading black and white text. Highlights and annotations, we've done this to death. We can do it again if you want to. We're not going to do it here, but of course you can highlight and annotate on both. But let me tell you about how the Colorsoft takes this to a whole different level. You can highlight in colors, and you know what? Somebody asked about, oh, maybe that didn't. Said that he had read somewhere or heard somewhere that the colors in the new one, like that the highlights pop. I said I wasn't going to compare these, and I'm really not. I'm getting into the weeds already. But let's compare. Ooh. Oh, but it does. So somebody asked about or made a comment that, I mean, not like you should have, but like that I should have done when I was comparing the 16 gig to the 32 gig, that the new technology, the colors really popped in highlights. So this is the new technology, this is the old technology. I feel like, can y'all see that? I feel like that color does really pop. Nice. Anyway, okay, so back to this. You can highlight in different colors. And then you can sort your highlights in here. You can I said sort, you can filter your highlights and you can pull out just certain colors. So that's fancy. And we can maybe do like a whole thing on this one time, but if you are a learner or you have a learner who has maybe struggles with organizing their thoughts or their ideas or struggles with attention, that might be a really good way to help them sort, like maybe highlight all of the ideas or all of the information about character Bob in yellow and all the information about the settings in blue and all the information about character June in pink. And then you can sort those things and help you sort of like organize your thoughts. Or if you have attention issues, that might just drive you crazy, and just highlight in one color. Whatever works for you, but you have that option in the Colorsoft. So you can highlight and sort in different colors. I think that's very powerful. Let's talk about the reading experience. Y'all, we're keeping this short and sweet. Let's talk about the reading experience. So I feel like the black and white, again, I'm just talking about the Signature Edition. I feel like it really shines. Actually, no, I take that back. I think all black and white Kindles really shine, because with the Signature, like the addition of the chi charging, the randomly turning pages when it feels like it, I kind of love that a little bit. But the chi charging, the tap to turn the pages, the more storage, that has nothing to do with what I'm finna say. All black and white Kindles, I feel, shine when it comes to reading black and white texts, essays, PDFs, those kind of things where you don't need color, where color is not an issue. I feel like the black and white Kindles really shine. Now, if you're reading, unless you're like me and you're obsessed with book covers and you want your book covers to be pretty, make it pretty. I like it pretty. So I like to be able to see pretty book covers when I go. I'm like flipping back and forth just to get to the pretty book cover. Oh, here comes a felon. I like to be able to see my pretty book covers in color. So that's nice. But for more useful things, the Colorsoft really does open the door for a more immersive reading experience when you're reading things like magazines, for instance. Let's just jump into a Southern Living magazine and look at this. Y'all, this is on a Kindle. Are you kidding? Sorry, there's a felon. Can y'all see him? There's a felon right here trying to get in on the action. So I don't know if y'all can hear him breathing, but yeah, that's him panting, not me. Anyway, check this out. Bold setting not available. Okay. Yeah, look at these pictures. On a Kindle. I know. All right, so the other one, if you're more of a cookbook kind of person, you can have a cookbook on your Kindle. Y'all, check this out. Cookbook on a Kindle with actual like pretty pictures. Okay, I'm gonna try to blow this up, and if it freezes my Kindle, it's a lot to process, but look at that, I know. So if those are the kind of things that you want to be able to do on a Kindle, this might be the one for you. And of course, for reading your comics, your manga, your graphic novels. And can y'all see this felon? I might have to give him a comfort break in a second because he's going to be all up in my microphone. Sorry, boot that. All right, buddy, let me finish this and then we'll go. All right, let's talk about brightness and light. Now you saw, here, let me pull let's get back to a similar page, I think. All right, there we go. And again, the Colorsoft is warmer. No, the Colorsoft is cooler. The black and white Kindle is warmer. I'm going to crank the light down, but look, I feel like, can y'all see it here? As you get, so I'm going to turn the light all the way off. See how dark the Colorsoft is with the light all the way off? I never, like I will read on my signature, like my regular Kindle with the light off, but the Colorsoft I feel is just, I mean you can, but it's just too dark. There's no need to. So I always have the light on when I'm reading on the Colorsoft. And I feel like the Colorsoft looks dimmer because of all of those sort of layers of like hang on, let me take this felon for a comfort break. I'll be right back. All right, come on, buddy. All right, sorry, that's going to be a weird edit because I don't know what I was saying, but I feel like the Colorsoft is just a little darker because of the sort of color layers, the color filters. So I just always run it with the light on. And of course, they both have, y'all have seen this, the adjustable light. I mean, they're both signature editions, so they have all the same stuff. The auto adjusting, you can schedule the warmth to change when you want it to. Let's talk about battery life, and then I want to get back to something that I feel is really important. Battery life, I think, is comparable. The Colorsoft, I think, maybe runs the battery down a little bit more because it just takes more juice to run all that color. And my Colorsoft, the battery runs down more because I run it with the light on all the time because it's dimmer and I like it to be bright. Hang on, let me get that felon. All right, so for me, Colorsoft battery doesn't last as long. And folks are like, well, is it worth the trade-off for color? Yeah, I just plug it in more. But if for whatever reason that's not an option for you, that's something that you need to consider is go on. Okay. Is it just takes more juice. The battery just doesn't last as long. Now, this is kind of a biggie. Dark mode. Signature, the plain old black and white Kindle has a true dark mode. So when you turn it on dark mode, everything inverts. All of the like white backgrounds become black and all of the black writing becomes white. So you see like this menu, everything is white on black. If I do the top menus, like it is a true dark mode. Any menu that I go into is inverted. So if you have any kind of information processing issues, light sensitivity issues, you just like you a dark screen, you have a heart of darkness and you want your Kindle to match it, it works that way. Now, the Colorsoft does not have a, like, folks are like, well, it doesn't have a true dark mode. It ain't got a dark mode at all. I will show you what it does have. You see down here at the bottom where it says page color? You can set it so that your page color is black and the writing is white, but that is only on pages in a book. See, your menus are still white. Everything else, anything that you go into is still white. So if you're trying to like, I don't do this, like I don't do dark mode, so this isn't an issue for me, but if you have, again, light sensitivity issues, information processing issues, if you just like to read in the bed at night on a black screen with white letters, and then you either go into a menu or accidentally hit something and you like blind yourself with whiteness, Colorsoft, I would say is most likely not going to be the one for you, because unless there's some, excuse the felon, unless there's some hack that I don't know about, which there, let me go ahead and move y'all, because he's going to go running by you, possibly take you over with him. Like there may well be a hack for that I don't know about, because I haven't looked, but straight out of the box, there is nothing to do about it. You just don't read them in dark mode. So that is one major, I would say, shortcoming of the Colorsoft. And Y'all let us know in the comments. I don't know of any color e-readers that have a true dark mode. We've talked about this a lot with the Kobos, the Kobo Libra color. That was where I first kind of got into the like dark-ish mode thing, that the Kobo Libra color has dark-ish mode. So I wonder if it's something to do with, now I'm trying to think if the little Kobo has dark mode. I can't remember. But I wonder if it has something to do with color e-readers and dark mode. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you know about that. So that's what I know about dark mode. Performance-wise, the Paperwhite is very snappy. When you turn the pages, it responds very quickly. There's less ghosting on the Paperwhite because really there's not all that much to ghost. The Colorsoft, I feel, is responsive, but it can be a little bit laggy, a little slower to respond with image-heavy pages. And of course, it has to refresh when it has a whole bunch of colors. But the Colorsoft does tend to handle PDFs, magazines, comics, all of those kind of things. It handles them better than the Paperwhite. It loads them faster, loads them better, doesn't get all like jammed up and crash, do those kind of things when you try to use those image-heavy like things, documents, text, or whatever in the Colorsoft. You just got to give it a little bit time to load and then refresh colors. Price difference, right now it's right about $80. So the signature black and white paper, it's weird to say black and white Paperwhite. The signature black and white Paperwhite is right about $200 American right now, like without tax, tag, title, all of that, like just the like sticker price, $199.99. And then the Colorsoft is $279.99, so it's $80 difference. And y'all, I can't even believe I watched this. I watched a short the other day about the price hack that if you buy the kids edition, that it's cheaper and it has more memory. That's not true. I don't know if that's clickbait or if they're just trying to get you to use their link to buy the thing. That's not true. Unless there's something that I don't know, that I haven't seen, that I haven't been able to find. And no, it's not, because the person was talking about a 16 gig Kindle, the kids edition. And she's like, oh, and the other one is, I don't know, it's like 8 gig or something. So she was acting like she didn't know. So, okay, anyway, if you see that there is a hack to buy the kids version, you know, like the kids package where you get the cover on it and all that, it's more expensive. Now, it does have stuff with it, like you do get a 2-year warranty with it, where you only get a 1-year like limited warranty with the other Kindles, but you pay a bunch more for it. So I don't necessarily think, and you get like the, what is it, Kids Plus, Amazon Kids Plus, whatever it's called. You get a year or 2 of that or something, but it's a package. It's all a package. You pay more for it. So I don't know, that just flew all over me. Like, don't be lying to people. Like, just tell them what stuff is and then let them buy what they want. I know, y'all, I cannot stand a liar. Anyway, like a thief in the night. Okay, so that's the price difference. And I think that's it. Let me know in the comments if you have any specific questions. I feel like over my various videos, I have worn this out. I've talked about everything I can think of about Kindles, color Kindles, comparing Kindles. So let me know in the comments what questions you still have. And let us know in the comments, what e-readers are you reading on? Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you made it this far, we are most definitely friends. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. I upload food and fitness videos over on Fit Danielle Eats the beginning of every week, with some book videos over here sprinkled in between. See you on the next one.